Welcome back. Watch this if weight loss feels like a battle. If you're struggling every day, if you are dreading whatever meal plan you have going on, and it's really hard for you, this is the video you want to watch because I saw this online today. See if you can relate to it. Every day is a battle for weight loss to remove this excessive, unflattering, and feminine 70 pounds of fat. If I lose weight at a rate of 1 pound per week, that's 455 days of battle. I did the math for you. They want to lose 65 pounds. In this video, I'm going to break this down for you so you have a more clear picture of what you're really putting together here and how to pick a more effective mindset to get the results that you want. If it's your first time here, my name is Reggie. I help you stay consistent with weight loss without relying on motivation. Now, what we want to do here is look at this person's current situation, or think of your own current situation. They are self-described as an excessive weight, unflattering, unfeminine, 70 pounds of fat, and struggling with a bunch of things in the process, including how to think about this in effective ways so they get the results that they want. Now, what I want to say is this is heavy language. This is not going to help you feel encouraged. It can be very discouraging if you're thinking about your weight loss or your weight journey or your current weight in this way. I covered this in the video recently. Feeling fat, weight loss won't fix that. Feeling fat like this, or really kind of disparaging yourself, is often a sign of something else, whether that's comparison or a mental health challenge, or it could be from inactivity, lack of structure in your plan, or something deeper. So I cover that in a video. I'll link it below. All right. So all of this is a feeling that you're currently having from your current situation. You're already in a sort of battle against yourself, against your self-confidence, self-esteem, how you want to feel, your self-image, all of that stuff. That's something to keep in perspective. So it's not just the changes are hard. What you're already doing is challenging for you, and you want to start to shift out of that. So, what I continue to reply, something about your current situation versus the decisions leading to losing 1 pound per week. These are two different things. Now, someone was very wise to point out the part that you're missing is that you'll make progress along the way. You will feel better after 10 pounds, and then 20, and then 30. You don't have to lose all 70 to start reaping the benefits of weight loss. Click like if that's something you can relate to. That's brilliant advice and a good reminder that it's not just about getting to your end result, to start feeling the effects of leading a healthier lifestyle that supports your everyday life. Now, what I like to think of here is that this time is going to pass anyway. So when you are thinking about, oh, it's going to take me so long to lose weight or had to do all these things for an indefinite amount of time, that time is going to happen. Hopefully you'll still be alive. Like, that's the thing, is you are going through that phase of time and it's going to pass anyway. And then it'll be 455 days later or however long later that you either made those changes or you didn't, and you continue to feel bad about your current situation. So just think through this one time. The time will pass anyway. Then on top of that, your body persistently always adapts to help you thrive with your genes, environments, and habits. So basically, how your body is built, all those little genetic codes and all that, the environments, the situations that you find yourself in on a daily basis, your eating patterns, and the choices you make in those environments, your body's always doing its best. So if you are eating extra calories, your body's doing its best to survive, storing that extra energy as fat, and that can feel uncomfortable or have its negative effects on your life and your health and your self-image and all that stuff. But it's an ongoing process, even if you don't think about it, even if you weren't considering it. So what it helps pointing out is your previous habits led you to your current situation. It wasn't a battle, probably just unconsidered choices, things that you didn't recognize the consequences as you were doing them. Your previous habits, maybe you are snacking while you're watching TV at night, or you're eating less healthy foods, you're stopping at a drive-through after work over and over again, or like you're not planning your weekly meals in advance, so you're getting whatever's convenient and usually has high fat, high salt foods that lead to storing extra fat, right? Those kind of habits can, or they always have consequences. Your choices always have consequences. So if you don't think about that, or if you're not mindful of that, then you might not like the results of it because you aren't being intentional with the process. So it's not, those things weren't a battle. That's just how you were set up in your environment and the choices you made in that situation. So what we want to do, instead of feeling like it has to be a battle to reverse that, we want to shift our habits and shift the environment, set ourselves up for better success with planning so that we can make the healthier choices as easy as the ones that led to excess weight gain. Let me know if that makes sense. Your body will naturally adapt to what you do with it each day for the rest of your life. So if you think it's going to be a battle for the next 455 days, it could be, but it also doesn't have to be. It can be like your last 455 days, except you're just more mindful of your choices. You simply want to make better considered choices that match your goals more often. And that's going to have a huge impact on your health outcomes so you can lead the life that you want. So, what we want to do is have you make realistic, sustainable choices that match the life that you want to lead. Realistic, sustainable choices that match the life that you want to lead. Most people aren't doing that, and that's why they feel like they're battling. It's a struggle, or it's exhausting, or it's too big of a change because the changes they are trying aren't realistic or they aren't sustainable. All right. Most people are in an imaginary fight against their all or nothing approach, right? You get this idea that I can't have any sugar, cut out all sugar. I'm going to work out all the time. I'm going to do all these really hard things and nothing bad or unhealthy at all, right? It's not realistic. It's not sustainable. And you're going to feel like you're struggling with that. Same with food rules. Like, I can't eat any carbs or any kind of extremist advice that you hear about online that makes you feel like you can't do the things that you enjoy. And it feels like you're really fighting against your own will. That's not visionary. That doesn't help you. That's actually hard. That makes your journey and health habits harder to keep up with. And you're going to feel like you're struggling. And that's why you want to watch this video. Don't do that. Instead of all that battling and stuff, let's think in a big picture way about your life. Two questions I love to ask here. What do you want your life to look like your daily habits, your choices? What outcomes do you want? If you don't like how things have turned out for you after your previous habits, then let's make little shifts so we can get your life to look more like how you want it to look, right? All the things you said about having excess fat or being out of shape or not being in a shape that you want to be in, rather, if you want to do things differently, think about what that looks like specifically. And then next, you ask, how do your habits support that? What choices can you make on a daily basis that build into that life picture that you want for yourself? All right. If you want to have a more athletic looking body, then it makes sense to do more athletic things with your body, playing sports, lifting weights, going to the gym, walking more, all that stuff, right? Your habits have to support the life that you want to lead. Otherwise, you just kind of get the results of unconsidered choices, not intentional choices that are adding up to the results that you don't like, that you're already struggling with. All right. What do you want your life to look like? How do your habits support that? All right. Two things to think about there. And also, just something else to add some context. I responded to a post that this person made in December 2024. That was 614 days ago. Unfortunately, they didn't respond. Imagine if we had been working together for that long, if we had a system that was building their vision, focus, and practice. I could help them out. I could give them feedback. I could understand what challenges they are facing. Or maybe you, as long as you've been watching my YouTube channel, like, what can I do differently? Why is this so hard, right? These are things I'd love to help with. That's why I'm making these videos. I'm talking to you to try to help you out. If we have been working together for 614 days, or if you start today, what could it be like for the next 614 days or 455 days instead of struggling and battling and having a hard time with all the processes that you don't quite understand? Let me help you as a certified personal trainer who's helped lots of people with best practices for weight loss. I'll be glad to help. That's what I do. And you can be impressed with the changes you can make in just a week or a few days that give you more energy, that build your confidence, that show you like, hey, I made these small changes and I feel this much better, or I feel like I have better mental clarity. A lot of clients say that when they understand what they're doing and how their health supports everything else that they want to do with their life, right? How do your habits support the life that you want to live? I want you to think of that instead of struggling and battling and toughing it out and trying to focus on discipline and motivation, all that stuff. You don't need that. You just need a better system that works for you. So if you're struggling to stay consistent, I have the real life weight loss check that's linked below. And then next you can watch Don't Choose Your Hard, Let It Be Easy. It's a video I made. What happens a lot of times when people think they're battling, someone else will say like, oh, well, you're in a battle anyway, so choose the battle that you want to do. We can do it like this, the pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Everything's pain. And that is decidedly not my coaching method. When we're talking about this, you don't have to have anything be hard. What we want to do is align to your highest version of yourself based on the question, what do you want your life to look like? So that's what that video is about. Check that out. I'll put that up here. Let me know what you think in the comments or if you have questions. And as always, keep practicing. Peace.